Lyle and Bart Nickerson, and stars Christina Ricci and Melanie Lynskey. All right, first up, let's watch a clip. How fun is it to drop the F-bomb as part of your work? All that. It's kind of neat, isn't it?
Oh, yes, I do it a lot. Yes, yeah. It is fun. It's a big part of Shauna. It's all scripted. It's not my fault.
Oh, it's okay. You put him in it. That's good. Okay. Okay, let's break down this scene. Tell me, where's Shauna coming from here? Especially given their history. How did you prepare for that scene, that encounter?
Well, we had been having a lot of scenes together all season where there is a lot of tension between Shauna and Misty, and Shauna's just getting more and more paranoid. All these things are happening. She thinks somebody's after her, and she's just unable to be present with what's happening in this moment with Van. She's sort of half processing it, half thinking about who she's supposed to go after, suspicious of Misty, quite mean to Misty, I'm sorry.
Really mean. Really mean.
Yeah, so she's not in a good place.
How about for Misty? I mean, she's obviously known for being strategic, methodical. Is that what was going on here, or was that pure emotion?
No, I think it's a mix. I think, they have been in this conflict for a couple of episodes. And I think that when we don't see Misty, she's probably at home just ruminating and fixated and thinking about what she's going to say and how she's going to say it, and then watching Dateline and absorbing Keith Morrison's voice and tone. And then when she gets, so then, in this moment, she's so excited about what she's going to reveal, what she's going to say, but she also has all this emotion. So it's like I don't know. For me, in that moment, I felt very much like she's trying to control her emotion and really deliver the information in a punch. But at the same time, she's Misty, so it doesn't ever come out the way she wants it to. Yeah.
I remember asking the two of you, I feel like after the first season, oh God, how do you top this? And then second season came, which was exhilarating. So I'm going to ask you again, after that season, how did you feel going into 3? I mean, were you shitting your pants? I mean, let's be honest.
I always feel like I'm shitting my pants. It's terrifying, but it's a really exciting challenge, and luckily the sort of design of the show and the concept of the show was such that we knew each season would get crazier and more chaotic and more violent and deranged. So we at least had that going into it. Everything that happens this season in terms of the, I would say the downward spiral of all these women and their younger selves was something that we had thought of from the very beginning. So to get there was, we're just so grateful that we got to tell that story.
You knew you had to get crazier, a little more wild? I mean, just that's where the story has to go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we necessarily thought about it in the most kind of macro way, I think that we just try to be very kind of sensitive to kind of the energy of the show, and there's a certain kind of momentum, so you're kind of riding that, and you just go kind of where that's taking you, and it is often kind of taking you to a place that is, more extreme than what's come before, kind of unless you're sort of trying to let it drop off in order to kind of reset. So, yeah, close to makes sense.
Did you have a theme going into the season? Was there one word that drove you?
No. No. It's a good idea to think of one word to define the season, but we did not do that this season. Sorry.
And balancing that horror with the psychological drama, is it always 50-50, or is it, do you already have a plan looking forward that the horror will continue to be more than this? Well, I guess it's one for one. It's all in one, right?
We spend a lot of time in the writer's room talking about everything that happens, and we always talk about it from both sides. You know, we talk about it from a supernatural genre, paranormal perspective, and then we talk about it from a logic, reason, science perspective. So ideally, anything that happens on the show, there's a rational explanation for, but that doesn't mean that that is what's happening.
Yeah, and it is also just incredible how much the answer is sort of like held in the like collective of kind of the writer's room, where it's like just there are certain pitches that just start to draw kind of an energy, and there's a very distinct sensation to the right time to do the right thing that you can feel kind of in your body. It's just like, oh my God, like we should do that. Like, and it just, you know, like if you sort of as much as possible check in with that and follow it, that will guide you, I think, to a great place.
Christina, Lottie's been underestimated for so long. I mean, will that change? Has that already changed this season?
Lottie?
Yeah. I'm sorry, no, Misty.
Oh, okay. I was like, huh.
You talk about Misty.
We'll tackle Lottie's story. All right, here we go. You know, I think that she's the butt of a lot of jokes and easily dismissed. But I think we have seen through the seasons that they do value her, and they understand her skill set, and they do utilize her when they need to. So I don't know if she's been underestimated. I just think that she's now actually reacting to how she's being treated, and I think they're, you know, I can't speak for other people's characters, but I think that the rest of the women sort of expect her to continue to be someone who's in denial and a bit of a doormat and will do anything for their acceptance and attention, and she's not going to do that anymore, which has been really fun. It's been a very gratifying change to make for me.
You have a long-term plan for her, don't you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You feel it. Millie, how much do you pay attention to the fan theories about all the craziness? Do you give yourself a little time, go online after work, do a little scrolling?
Every time I have looked, I've regretted it. So I try not to. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm curious what people are saying, and then you see something that like makes you feel terrible, and then you're like, oh, never mind. It's just put that away. So yeah, I try not to. Sometimes it's really fun, and sometimes people will like write to me and say things, but yeah, I don't spend a lot of time on Reddit or whatever.
How is it for the two of you out in the wild when you're out just being your regular selves? Have you had any awkward fan encounters?
No. Yeah.
Could you share
In
one?
general, like you mean in the past 35 years? Yes. No, I know. Specifically about this show. I'm sorry. I'm being flippant.
If you want to share them.
No, I mean, actually, I find the Yellowjackets fans are pretty cool and nothing too weird. I mean, I do conventions, and so people will show up at the table dressed like Misty and stuff, and I won't address it unless they do. And everything's been cool. So, yeah.
Are you doing those conventions, Melanie? Is
No.
she doing the convention? What conventions are you talking? Oh, you're doing it for something else.
I do them for myself.
Okay. Oh gosh. Are they? I mean, no judgment. No judgment.
Christina's more of a businesswoman than I am. You are smarter with that kind
It's
of.
not good with money, so I always have to try to make it.
Are they coming dressed as Shauna in front of you, Melanie? Have you ever seen that? Can you imagine?
I haven't gone to.
Well, I guess you wouldn't. You wouldn't run into Shauna's.
That would be so weird if I'm
So
just
weird.
at Whole Foods and there's someone dressed as Shauna. Just like, oh, fancy seeing you here. It would be so scary.
Or a lot of times they dress in the antler queen thing, so that at the supermarket or would be really
It would be
intense.
very scary.
Trader Joe's antler queen.
You're just accusing kind of everybody in a band t-shirt.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're trying to do.
Little integrity.
What's that, throwing muses? No, people are very, I don't get recognised very much. I get recognised more for 2.5 Men. By people who say their dads like me.
Still, yeah?
Yeah.
Like they're afraid of people like you? Is that what you said?
No, they're dads. People say, oh, my dad likes you. That's what usually, I don't get recognised very much for.
How does that make you feel?
Great. I'll take it, sure.
The wilderness is its own character here. How much do you play into that? Is that just, that's job 2? It's part of the script?
Yes. I think that part of it is just natural because we're actually out there in the wilderness. We were actually just talking to Craig Mason because they shoot The Last of Us in the same place that we shoot, which is very cool. We're like, The Last of Us is here. The crew is abuzz. And it's really a beautiful area. I mean, the trees are enormous and it's mossy and it's spooky, especially when you're shooting at 2 or 3 in the morning. So to some extent, it does the work for us. And the fact that we all spend so much time there, I think it seeps in the writer's room. And we have our writers come to set so that they can experience that and learn how to produce. And so when we're in the writer's room, I think that location is so top of mind for us.
Remind folks where you shoot.
We shoot in beautiful Surrey, British Columbia is where the wilderness is, and then we're in Vancouver the rest of the time.
How is it for you 2 ladies being out there?
Well,
Okay. You wanna go?
we love Vancouver. It's so beautiful. It's the first 2 seasons, my family was able to be with me. Now my daughter's at school, so it's, Christina and I go back and forth, which is great, We're very lucky. We have an amazing first AD who helps us with scheduling, so it's been good.
Yeah, we commute back and forth. We usually all stay in the same hotel, which is pretty fun, because they're making up dinners and stuff. And Vancouver's beautiful, and our crew is amazing.
Yeah, the crew is incredible. A lot of people have been with us since season 1, and they feel like family.
Okay, just a couple more. Can you give us an idea what to expect in the remaining episodes? Anything you're super excited that we will see?
I'm just excited for everyone to see the finale. Bart directed it, and I think he nailed it. It's got a lot of answers, I suppose. I don't know how to talk about it without...
Is there a cliffhanger? That doesn't really give away too much.
Well, I mean, I do have to admit, just as a kind of audience member, I hate spoilers so much. Like, I don't want to even know, if you think it's good, don't tell me a joke that's in, the 3rd act. I want to go in clean, so I always bring that bias to these things. I'm sorry that, if you want to say...
Bart actually got mad at me recently because I almost told him a joke from the movie Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stop. I thought that the statute of limitations was over for that. I was like, tell me.
But in my defense, we were going to watch it that night, and then we did, and then the joke that she would have told me, I was crying, laughing so hard because it just hit me fresh. If she had told me that joke, it would have completely changed the entire experience of the movie. So this is actually a win for me.
The joke was, to a dog food is just food. So that's a long way of saying that we are very anti-spoiler, and I don't want to say anything about the finale, but I think that people will be very satisfied in certain ways, and I think hopefully want more at the same time.
I always want to ask showrunners, do you know how it will end? Do you know your ending now?
We have a concept. We've had it from the very beginning. But, Jonathan Lynskey, our co-showrunner, has a saying, which is that making television is like building a plane as it's taking off. It's challenging. And, we always try to leave room for better ideas that may come. We pitched this show 7 years ago, so we have an end point in mind. We know where we're heading, but we have an absolutely brilliant group of writers that we're working yeah, we have the writer's room, we have our incredible collaborators and our actors, and so we know where we want to go, but we want to leave some room for how we get there.
Yellowjackets, thank you so much.
Thank you.